Oh, hey. Oh, hey. G'day guys. Welcome back to another Grab a Quick Mod with a dad bod. Now, today is going to be the beginning of the end of being stock standard in the back here. Oh, high five, buddy. Oh, that was a good one. So, what we're going to do is we're going to remove these third row seats here. We're going to put in a false floor. We're also going to put in a drawer, a fridge slide, and a bunch of other things like maybe dual battery system, compressor, all that kind of hoo-ha. Anyway, so let's get to it, hey? Yeah, go. Righto, legends. Now, like most dads, I do like a nice big boot. And this has one of the biggest boots out there. I mean, I've only got to compare it to the 200 and 300 series, but in volume wise, it's quite big. Now, I know my wife says size doesn't matter, but in this case, I tend to disagree. So, what we need to do is we need to remove these seats. We need to remove the bottom flooring, and there's a few other bolts there. Now, I know you could probably go out and buy yourself a false floor. There's plenty of companies out there. Just Bing it, you'll be able to find out what's available. But what I tend to find is, well, because I'm stingy, it's expensive. So they're probably around about the 1K mark. I'm gonna do it for a lot less, and it's just gonna look just as good, if not just the same. Well, I don't know if it'll be better, but we can only hope, and at least I can customize it to however I want it and make it as strong as I want. All right, so let's get to it. So when we first get into the boot, we've got one bolt under the cover here and another bolt right here. So also we need to lift this up, lift this out, and then we've got some bolts here. Now these are 10 mil, so if you haven't lost your 10 mil already, then you're probably doing better than me, but I will try and find a 10 mil and we can undo these.
It's always the 10 mil socket that you bloody lose. Thank goodness I've got an emergency socket.
We'll also need to undo this strap here, which looks a bit bigger than a 10 mil. So let's get to it. Now also, pull this down, pull that up. Now you can access the bolts in there to take out the seats. And that'll be the same for the other side. Turn it forward, lift up the flap, that's what she said. And then you can undo the bolts for the seat. All right, let's get unbolting. Now to access the bolt here, what you need to do is lift up the latch, flick this plastic clip up, and then you just need to push it on through so that you can access the bolt, get your 10 mil and unscrew. Just like that. And as always, replace the bolt so that if you ever needed to use it in the future, you've got a perfect bolt for that particular screw size. Now just do the same with the other side. Lift up the latch, lift up the clip, push it through, and access the 10 mil bolt. There you go. Easy peasy, bosom squeezy. Return the bolt just like that. Now, before removing these two panels, we need to remove this panel and this panel here by undoing the two 10 mil bolts on each side. Just like that. Okay, let's unscrew the other side. And it should just pop up just like that. Now once these side panels are out, you need to get the driver's side and you lift that one up first, just like that, because that covers the passenger side. Lift it up, it's just some clips, they pop out just like that, and then you've got access to everything. And then for the passenger side, just gently pop it out, just like that, and there you have it. Voila! Now you can access the seat belts and you can access the bolts to get the seats out. Alrighty guys, now there are some awesome bloody install videos out there on the old 𝘿𝙬𝗎 where they've cut an access hatch out right there so that you can access the jack. Now, We're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it simple. The only reason is because, well, we're going to have a fridge slide on top and we're going to have a drawer on the other side, and that's going to be mounted in there permanently for when we travel. So if we ever get a flat, fingers crossed we don't, well, we need to access this jack in a hurry. So I'm going to take this out and mount it somewhere that it's easily accessible. All right, so let's get going. All right, let's unvelcro this, pull this out, then unscrew this so it makes the scissor jack smaller so that we can pop it out. Now to remove the seat belts, you'll need a 14mm socket. There we go. Out. Now let's get to the other side, which will be a little bit more difficult because it's under this plate here, so I might have to use a spanner. Now to remove the seats, these bolts or the nuts, they are 16mm. So let's get cracking. Now the other ones, well, there's another one here. The other ones are under here, so we'll just need to get a spanner so that we can fit under there and undo them. A little tedious, but it's got to be done. And this one too. Now to access these, I think it's going to be easier if we just take that off. So let's get out our 10mm. One, two, three, four. Now we can access these bolts or these nuts here. 14mm. Back to the 16. And that looks like that is accessed. Oh, we've got one more, which that is a 14mm. Nope, it is a 16mm. There we have it. Should be easy to now pull out the seats. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay, now once these bolts are all out, we can't just simply lift it out. There's another couple of bolts in front of the seat. So let's go check it out, which they are also 16mm. So all you need to do is remove these clips here, 1 and 2, and then you can access these bolts here. So get your 16mm and unscrew them. Yep, all done. Now time to take the seat out. Should just lift out just like that. Now, it's like what my wife used to tell me when we were dating. It's time to pull off the passenger side. Okay, let's go. So, pull off one clip, pull off the other clip, and then it is time. 1, 2. There you have it. Time to pull this one off. Pull the seat out. Now, once all 6 bolts are done, 2, 4, 6, well, there's 2 in the front, should be pretty easy to lift this out. Alrighty guys, now that the third row seats have been removed, it's time to put back this metal bracket, as well as any nuts and bolts that came from removing the seats. Okay, let's go. Well, there you have it guys, another grab a quick mod with a dad bod. Well, part one anyway, but as you saw, it was super duper easy to remove the third row seats and the flooring that covers the jack. Now, stay tuned for part two, where we get into some of the more interesting stuff, where we start actually making the floor. Now, if you think this video is a bit of a ride, don't forget to hit that like button, which you'll find about here. Yeah. Now, if you want to get notified of any upcoming tips, tricks, hacks and mods of anything caravan and camping related, and now phobia related, well, don't forget to hit that notifications button, which you're going to find, here. Yeah, that's it. But what makes us really moist and what gets us going is if you hit that subscribe button. Now, if you do that, lets us know that we're doing something all right. Now, I'm going to leave it here before my wife kicks me in the butt for being more inappropriate than usual. Okay, until the next time, catch you on the flip side.